Good day everyone. Welcome class of 2020-2021. Before we go to our agendas for today's meeting, I just want to say that we are so blessed that we are still healthy and able to go back in our education despite of experiencing a world health crisis right now. Although we have a new normal mode of learnings for this academic year, rest assured that you are going to gain knowledge in my subject. And of course, to help you also to be prepared on your dreaming profession and to grow as human being. Our agendas for today are: first is to introduce myself. Second is to discuss the grading system and the subject description. And lastly is to give you the requirements, rules and regulations, and other concerns in my class. Hi, I'm Mr. Aldrinjan M. Bernales, but you can call me Sir AJ or in my surname Sir Bernales. I took secondary education, major in social studies, and this is my 6th year of teaching, and 4th year here in Pateros Catholic School, senior high school. I must say that I'm really devoted when it comes to my major and my profession because it really affects my ideologies, values, and behavior as well. That's why I believe it's very important to have an advocacy in life. Speaking of advocacy, my advocacy in life is to defend humanity. I don't have any position in our society, but by the use of education and charities, I must say that we can educate people that we need to see each other's worth and treat everyone equally regardless of our imperfections and differences. Let us go now to our second and third agenda for today. Let me discuss to you the subject description, grading system, rules and regulations, and different requirements in my class. Course description. This course uses insights from anthropology, political science, and sociology to develop students' awareness of cultural, social, and political dynamics and sensitivity to cultural diversity. Provide them with an understanding of how culture, human agency, society, and politics work, and engage them in the examination of the country's current human development goals. At the end of this course, students should acquire ideas about human cultures, human agency, society, and politics. Recognize culture, relativism, and social inclusiveness to overcome prejudices. And develop social and cultural competence to guide their interactions with groups, communities, networks, and institutions. Meaning, to understand culture, society, and politics, we need to discuss the 3 phases of social sciences, which are anthropology, political science, and sociology. And at the end of this course, we expect that students must be develop their awareness on cultural, social, and political dynamics, and also to be mindful of the different culture in our society. Meaning, the word understanding is not only knowing the different social and political terminologies, but also means that how to apply the different social and political terms in real life. Our grading system is divided into three: written works 25%, performance tasks 50%, and quarterly assessment 25%. Written works includes the following: quizzes or sit works, prelims, and your news. While performance tasks includes the following: mini task or your recitation or the online participation, major task, and activity sheets. And lastly, the quarterly assessment includes your periodical exams, a total of 100%. Because your subject is understanding culture, society, and politics, meaning watching, listening, or reading a news is required to this subject. You are required to submit a news 3 times a week: Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But the submission is weekly, every end of the week, which is Friday. The following are the parts of your daily news: date, followed by headline, or it serves as the title of your news. Next is short description, or the gist or summary of your news. And of course, the most important part of your news is your reflection or reaction. Your reflection or reaction must be in a logical or using of critical thinking. And lastly, kindly indicate your references. Kindly follow also the format given by this presentation. For the clear format, sample will be sent on your Genio account. Just a reminder that you can get a news inside or outside of our country. And of course, it must be related to our subject: culture, society, and politics. To maximize our communication and transactions of your requirements, I encourage you to have the following account. First is Genio account. All your learning packages will be sent here on your Genio account. Another is Gmail and Google account. For the submission of your requirements such as your daily news, activity sheets, and other paperworks. Another is Facebook and Messenger account for our communications, announcement, and reminders. And lastly, Zoom account for our conference or meetings. Although we are not in a classroom setting, we still have a class rules. But the following class rules are just a basic. But sometimes, those basic rules are hard to follow. So always be mindful and be guided of the following rules. First is focus on your studies and works. Or in other words, know your priorities. Always engage to your priorities. A good example is your studies. Another rule is discipline is a must. We believe that discipline is the bridge between
between goals and accomplishment. Always remember, in life, character over excellence. Third rule is always find a way and do your best, especially on your requirements, not only to my subject but also from the other subjects. For example is submission of your petas or activity sheets. It must be on time. And this is also related to our rule number 2, discipline. Another rule is always eat your breakfast before the learning session. Breakfast is the most important meal, and I believe that eating before the class or the session will help you to boost your energy to do the different activities and participate in class. And lastly is always enjoy and gain learning. Always open your mind to a new learnings and opportunities in life.
And there you have it. So next meeting, we will start our discussion about the different topics in understanding culture, society, and politics. Always remember that in education, we must enjoy learning while gaining knowledge. Shall we call it a day?